Hi everybody, it's Steven Martinez and Michelle Money, aka Money Penny, my Money Penny. She's so Money Penny, you have no idea how Money Penny this woman is. She's my superstar all-star coming out here from Arizona so we can get cooking on the business part of this life that I've been living, which I'm being forced to do. Not that I would want to. I could have stayed in the cave and in this slim 2-bedroom apartment that's packed with art, packed with artifacts and Buddha statues and artifacts and swords, and it's like an armory in there. It's like, I just thought about it the other day. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have an armory, and I'm sharpening weapons all the time. Very powerful. Spiritual warrior I am, by the way. And as I'm saying that, I'm going to throw up this book that I want to show everybody. There's a representation of the Archangel Michael by, the author is Michael El Noir. The book is called Gloria. I recommend all the books by this author who is living out in a sacred place in the desert, connected to the earth in ways you can't believe. And I'm a little surprised, religion, that we're not talking about the Archangel Michael, because Michael made it into all the Bibles, and at the end it says he's going to stand up for everybody. You get everybody. Well, why isn't everybody talking about that? We should be talking about that because Michael is in charge of this experience, and you're going to learn all kinds of amazing things about Michael and my connection to Michael, and in that series of books, also perhaps the most important book you would ever read. I went into my cycle, I went into my meditation, I came in, I locked the doors, I threw away the TV, said, I'm gonna know truth. I made the stand and I made the declaration and I opened the floodgates and I forgot everything this world had to offer, and I became a child again, and every day was life and death, and I lived every day on the edge of a sword. And I was willing to give it everything, my life, my entire life, every ounce of my being, every ounce. Very often at the end of these days, there was nothing left. I left it all in the field of play every day. And while also juggling a life and having 8 animals, 8 of the most beautiful animals on the planet to feed. It's been interesting indeed. It's been interesting. So all of this accumulated, and I go into the kingdom within, and the meditation and the searching and the asking, why? And all of a sudden the paint and the art just explodes out of nowhere, and I can literally now just spill paint on the floor and it's going to create something. So a big part of who I am, and a big part of the experience that happened, a big part of the very obvious connection, not painfully obvious, the very obvious connection can be seen very easily through this artwork, where horses and beautiful animals just appear out of nowhere on their own, as well as incredible higher realm beings, white buffalo and the dragons all over the place. Of course, Archangel Michael is directly related to the dragon. When Michael projected himself to the earth in a physical form, it was through the dragon. There's a lot of discoveries going to be happening this year. A lot of truth is going to be revealed. No more secrets, guys. All the dark things coming into the light. You can't have secrets and be a family. It doesn't work that way. So no more secrets. So the art and then the books, and I have 2 books out right now. And I'm really happy about them, and I'm excited about what's going to come next. One book is called I Ran Into the Light, I-Ran Into the Light, and it's about my partner, Nina, who was born in Iran and overcoming incredible obstacles, fear, anger, extremes, radicalism, war, to then go pursue her freedom in America. Not that we are free, because we are not. Please don't fool yourself that we are, not at this very moment, but we will be. But realizing then when you can escape halfway around the world, and you can run as far as you want, but when you turn around, there's you in the mirror. And the fears and the pain that you went through will have to be rectified, and you'll have to be confronted, and will have to be faced. And that is about self-discovery. This is what should have been going on in the first grade. To look within, and why do I feel this way? Why am I upset? Why am I angry? Why am I sad? There's always something connected to it. So the book is under Venus and Mars Books, and the other book is Just Be Awakening, and that's a beautiful picture book about nature as being the original teacher, still teaching us to this very day if you pay attention. And there'll be pictures of nature, and then my interpretation of the message and the inspiration, because I'm inspired by nature, I'm one with nature. It was really inspired by my 2 huskies, Apollo and Athena, who you'll learn about very soon. And that's just getting warmed up. And I love the writing, but I love the painting. It's a passion I have to do every single day. And I also work with swords. And so I like to get, the music going. The music is a huge part of this, and we're going to explore the music and talk about the music in depth. Lately it's been country music I've been listening to, and going back to my roots a little bit of Tucson, Arizona. Went back there recently on a trip to see Mom and Michelle there in Tucson, and they play a lot of country music. So as I was listening, I realized, whoa, these guys have incorporated R&B and rap and a different vibe, and with their beautiful words now, it's reached my ears and reached my heart and soul, and now I'm really excited about that. And I want to be a part of that, and I want to write songs, and I want to write music. Again, we're always anchoring things on this video stream because we're putting it into the world. And I want to celebrate, I got to say the name Lauren Daigle. Is that how we say her name, Daigle, Lauren? And that's just, I just have to say it once a day because it makes you feel great to say the word and the name. If I say it too many times, I'll start crying, but thank you. And there's so many artists, but for some reason, in Lisa Gerard, I can't say anybody's name without saying Lisa Gerard. Lisa Gerard, Lisa Gerard. That's 3 times, and that means I'm locked into you, darling. Wow. We'll talk in depth about our music, and Michelle is also a music lover and of the 70s and 80s, and what a beautiful time that was, and a magical experience, and it's such an advantage we had then to be around during that time in high school and junior high and experiencing Journey and Foreigner and all the love songs and all the powerful, meaningful things that were spoken and brought to our ears.
That we didn't recognize at the time.
Didn't recognize it at the time, only that it was like, wow, you know what I mean? We were feeling it and experiencing it, but not until you become a little bit wiser and older do you go, oh, you know what I mean? So from my spiritual perspective now, and all the meditating I've done, which is quite a lot, and being in that space of oneness, do we not hear the words of the songs written going, oh, they were onto something there, and those guys are also, secret society members and all this, little clubs that they get into, but gosh darn, man, somebody who's doing something right. So practicing really hard and not judging anything, because it's all a part of our story. You can't judge any of it. It all played a part. The secret societies and the Freemasons and the presidents and the skulls and all these guys, you know what I mean? I've personally never been to a meeting before, not that I wouldn't, I'm just saying I've just never done it, but I'm aware of it because of how can you not? Because people kind of destroying the chessboard the way they are, making everything look silly with their strategies and their wisdom and their dedication. So I'm working on not judgment, a place of non-judgment, which is a Buddhist thing to do, to be non-judgment of anything, and also not a participator emotionally. I'm observing life now, and thank God, because I came up against it with my life partner of 13 years when we're going through stuff, and I'm just observing it going, okay, rather than getting apart emotionally and getting swept down that current. And that's, if you can keep it together in LA, we can do it anywhere. So this has been a teaching ground for me. I've been here, how many minutes do we got?
You got 2.
2 minutes. LA was, it could have easily been the Himalayas, but that would have been easy to go up to the cave and disappear. That sounds fantastic. I had to do it in LA, and I had to go see other people. Please.
You got 1.
Oh, 1 minute. Thanks, babe. Oh, I like what you're doing there. You're throwing me hand signals. We're growing by leaps and bounds. It was LA that pushed me. So it's an LA that I have to appreciate and thank, like of the mother that it was to me. That was the incubator in the womb. In the middle of the chaos, I went into the cave in the middle of LA to do my thing. And man, did I do it. And I did it with passion. I did it with enthusiasm, like every day was the first and the last day. That's just how I went to automatic on that. Every day's been life and death, guys. And that's a pretty extreme, exciting environment. Interesting things happen when you give life those kind of stakes. Thank you.